Yab Network 2020.
Raising leaders.
Yab Network 2020.
Raising leaders.
Raising leaders.
Yab Network 2020.
It's beautiful that the topic I'm even going to be talking about is what played out with us. Building relationships. I didn't know it from Adam. It was just a social media hi, hello, hello. And here we are today. I have an hour to spend with us, but you'll be doing most of the work. So the first group activity you'll be doing now, I would just imagine each table is a group. So how you cluster is up to you. Okay? How you cluster is up to you. Now I want you to cluster together and then come up with a summation of the kind of people in that group in 3 lines. And you will have a speaker. You identify someone who is going to come out and talk to us. 1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 more minute. Whoever is going to present should be wrapping up and summarizing already.
In this group here, we have the fashion designers, digital marketer, a cleaner, educator, more fashion, agriculture, and leather work. So that's more of the people we have now. Thank you very much.
This is Awele. She is a common leader and she likes to be a boss. So I can call her boss lady. And this is Precious. And of all the people here, I feel she has the most passion to being a leader. She came all the way from Kano. Yeah, so this is the lady from Kano, I call her that. And this is Beatrice. She's the funniest person in here. She's an actress and she's like the party.
Of the people in the group. Your perception of the people in the group. The funniest, the life of the party was a perception. You didn't tell us the kind of people in that group. You see where perception rubs off on building relationships. See, be very careful with this digital world we are in. On the online space, perception is reality.
I'll say in my group, we are a mix of both introverts and extroverts. Some of us like to talk a lot, like okay likes to talk a lot. We have Priye, she's an insurance broker. We have Prosperity, he's a social media facilitator and he's into politics. I'd say my group is made up of young people who are social enterprise. We are into social enterprise basically.
I love the first summation you made up of introverts and extroverts.
Yeah, 2020. Here I'm representing this group. It's a prestigious group. We have everything you want in this group.
Okay. Market, love that. Learn how to sell.
So I'll start this way. This is my friend, not just a neighbor of the group, but my friend. And his name is Yalami, and he's the vice chairman of Warri South, of a community in Warri South local government in Warri. And he's not just a politician, he's also a businessman. So you need to know that. And then this is Ogen Emaro. Ogen Emaro is also a very pragmatic person there. You need to meet him in person to understand what I'm actually saying. He's a business consultant and he's also a politician.
Yab Network 2020.
Raising leaders.
Raising leaders.
Yab Network 2020.
Here, standing before you, is Comrade Chekube Odo. I am a politician. I am a youth leader. I am a leader, let me not just say I am a leader in our location. I represent the able and agile leaders here. As you can see, this very group comprises of every good thing you can think about in leadership. Social media influencers, generalists in all fields. We have technologists amongst us, we have educationists, we have activists amongst us, and we also have leaders in different groups. Here is my sister, Faith. She's an activist by excellence. My brother, Adim, is a criminologist.
Thank you very, very much. Please, a round of applause for our presenter. Maybe the person seated right by you all through the program is that person you need for your next big launch. But some of us are so conservative, or is it that you don't know how to start up conversations, you don't know how to approach people, or you don't know how to present yourself? Relationship dynamics is quite huge, but I'll try to narrow it down. So I said relationship dynamics is a product of interactive behaviors. Interactive behaviors. So it's not just about having a behavior, it's not about having your own personality, the other person has his or her own personality. There has to be an interaction between the different personalities. That's when you can start building a relationship. And this happens at different levels, through different avenues, through different channels, through different paths. Like I said, myself and your boss here, we met on social media. You are meeting someone here for the very first time. You don't know how far this relationship is going to go. Some of you may have met on other platforms even before now. So at every point in time, when you're building your brand as a leader, you need to be conscious of the people around you, the people beneath your level, those above your level, and those on the same level with you, either in your niche or in a different niche. And you can only build formidable relationships when you network right. So persons are in the wrong network, and then they find that they are always rotating on one spot, and become frustrated and wonder when they will ever discover purpose. But to be able to build formidable relationships, you must first understand, why exactly am I a leader? Why exactly do I want to lead? What exactly do I want to be known for? If you don't define that and get it clear, then you will keep finding yourself in every and any kind of relationship without making progress. And then you'll be wondering if your village people follow you, your village witches. Nobody follows you. You have just not done your homework properly. There are different types of dynamic relationships. I'll list a few of them and we'll talk about just one of them, which is important to us. You have the competitive relationships. You have the active and passive relationship. Disconnected relationship. And lastly, you have the balanced relationship. In building a formidable brand, most times you find yourself moving amongst these different types of relationships. Because of course, you are not the only one in your niche. You are not the only one doing what you do. You are not the first person to start it and you won't be the last person. Even if you were the first person to start that particular thing, someone will come and emulate you tomorrow. Especially when you succeed in it. But I would love that you focus more on the balanced relationship. The balanced relationship has a touch of it all, but always ensures that at every point in time, you are true to your brand, you are true to yourself. Living here now, you're going to be ambassadors of the YAB network. Are you going to remain true to this brand? In the relationships you further out of here. Even if you don't have the opportunity to meet yourself physically again. How many contacts have you saved since you came here? From all the persons here that you didn't know before? How many of you have saved like 20 contacts? Let me see your hand. From the people you met here that you don't know before, not the group of footballers that came together, no, you know yourselves already. 20 other people that you've never met before, and you have saved their contacts. Let me see your hand, please. I have a gift for you. Tomorrow, a year from now, when you remember, wow, it's 1 year already, we have Network 2020, in 2021, is there a possibility of all of you coming together to initiate a community project? as a community. If you can't save 10 people's number, 20 people's number, yeah. See, actress there, I want to act tomorrow. Let me quickly collect her number. The truth is, we are here but for a little while. But while you're here, what do you do with the relationships that come to you effortlessly? Some of us are looking for some mentors that are up there. But you have not built your brands to the level where you will attract those mentors instead of pursuing them. How many of you are still pursuing mentors up and down? I want this guy to mentor me. I want that man to mentor me. And you're just on one spot, wishing and praying for mentoring. It doesn't happen that way. You cultivate the relationship to get to that level. You ask yourself, how many steps stop me from getting to this person? Your question should be, does this person have a role to play in my next phase, in my next journey? See, it's not time for I feel like it or I don't feel like it. Your mood don't matter here at all. Doesn't come into play if you're really going to build a leadership brand that will stand the test of time. You may need to dine with those people in what you call your enemies to get the work done. Because the work is beyond you. You may have to put aside personal issues. That's why you see they say politicians don't fight. Because once there's something to be done, they put aside personal differences and get it done. So please focus more on a balanced relationship. Now, a public relationship is a strategic communication process. So because we call it public relationship doesn't mean you should not jump into everybody's DM and be doing hello angel, hello beauty, hello how are you, all those nonsense DM etiquettes. No.
That's right.
It's public relationships, but it is strategic communication. Though who knows, from there, hello angel can enter and then leads to the altar. It's not bad. Beatrice, I hear, is an actress. Which films has she featured in? Which directors has she worked with? Which producers has she worked with? So I'm looking at her network and the network of her network. I'm not looking at just her to build a strategic relationship with. So it's just like onions. The peeling. So as you're unfolding, you're asking yourself, what again is in there? What again is in there? Because she might just be the very first door you need to open, and it will give you a rippling effect to more doors, and you will get to exactly where you're going to. Same thing I said about mentoring. You don't look at mentor from up there. You come back down and ask yourself, what's the closest to this person that I can get now? It could be entering their coaching program, it could be buying their books, it could be just following them religiously on social media, commenting meaningfully on their posts, and then they notice you. That was what I did with John Obidi. When I hear people say, sir, I sent you friend request in 3 months now, you have not approved. John Obidi sent me friend request. Because I stood out in South Africa, I made sure that I became very strategic in my communication. And he loves intellectuals. So it didn't take me 2 minutes. I jumped on it. I was like, wow, for my full mind, John Obidi. So there's a process to it. When I started videos, I know I'm good with videos, I'm not camera shy or anything, I've been speaking for the past 10 years anyways, but I just didn't think about it. So there's this particular video I dropped online, and it came to my DM, John Obidi that does not do Facebook DM. He came to my Facebook DM, screenshot the video, dropped it there, and said, you have a very good command of the camera, why not do more videos? Less of written content. And that was when I started that serial live video. Now, my mentor that I was looking up to, he noticed me. It was easier to now get into his circle. But at the same time, when you finally break the code and get that opportunity, please don't misuse it. That's not the time to now be begging for money. public relations is the strategic function of leadership. If you're a leader and your PR is 0, you have not started the work. Let me ask, how many of us think we can do amazing well without other people? That's, I have a dream, I have a passion, I have a goal, and I don't need anybody to achieve it. Let me see your hand. Nobody. So why do we underestimate the importance of building strategic relationships? I think this is the time for you to go back, in your closet and ask yourself, what's my network? See, they said the 5 people, the very first 5 names that come to mind when you ask yourself, who is in my network? You are the average of those people. So in 30 seconds, in your mind, ask yourself and think now. Count it on your finger. The very first 5 people that come to mind when you think of your closest network. Check their average and tell yourself how you're doing. Are you doing well? Realizing that there's a gap, accepting, owning it. Only then will your mind open to possibilities. But so long as you're still in denial, I beg, what do they think they are? Yeah, well done. Continue. You understand? So long as you have accepted that, there's still work to be done, Sean, you need to go back to your drawing board. Then you understand that when opportunities come, you now see why you need to connect with this person, why you need to connect with that person. But so long as you don't accept, the person that you need will be right in front of you. You won't even see the person. That's how the mind works. So the mind has to be open, and I'm glad that most of you have admitted that. It means you're ready for your next phase of leadership. Congratulations. How can you build amazing, dynamic relationships? Number 1 is to get clear on your message. It's okay to start on a general note, but the earlier you narrow down, the better. Let me ask you this question. When people go for general body checkup, malaria, typhoid and all that, do they charge them so much? Do they charge them? Very much. But when people go for more specialized services, like surgery, bone marrow transplants, kidney transplants and all that, how cheap is it? Very costly. Where am I going to? As a leader, you can start on a general note. See, I'm coming back to how you can monetize your leadership. It's not by being leader for mouth. Broke leader, not be leader, you know, go far. Passion does not pay the bills. So in as much as passion is necessary to kickstart that journey, you need to find ways to fund it before that passion can begin to fund itself. So you may start on a general note, and you're not seeing the returns. But as you get better, please specialize. That's where your message comes in. Narrow down, become a specialist, not a generalist. And then you begin to make more meaningful impact. Secondly, to build dynamic relationships, be clear on who you want to serve. Who you want to serve. Are they youth? Are they young leaders? Are they women? Are they married women? Are they busy entrepreneurs? Are they activists like yourself? Are they simply footballers you want to focus on? Are they kids? Are they teenagers? Be clear on your audience. Who do I want to serve? So you know your message, you know your audience. Get clear on your USP. That's your unique selling proposition. There are plenty makeup artists in the market. Why should I patronize you? That's what makes you different. Your unique selling proposition. Number 4, identify your competition. You want to find out what is working for them and then add it to what is working for you. Number 5, be flexible. Leadership is dynamic. Building relationship is dynamic. You may start cultivating some relationships and you get to a crescendo and you see that, no, this is not it. I've been on the wrong path. Be flexible enough to admit it and change. Please look the part. You can't tell me you're a leader and I don't see leadership in you. Look the part. Look the part. You can't look like a gate man and tell me you're a CEO. So it starts from your carriage, your appearance, your spoken words, your written words, your presentation, your communication dynamics, the way you build and nurture relationships. Don't be a parasitic kind of person. When you build relationships only for selfish reasons, once you tap, you run. No. Nurture relationships. Nurture relationships. Look the part. And then finally, for this session, always seek for feedback. As a leader, you can't run away from feedback, whether bad or good, criticism, constructive or not. You need it. We all need ourselves to make this world a better place. That's the ultimate goal, right? We want to leave a better nation for our children, we want to leave a better nation for those coming behind us. So, we need ourselves, whether we admit it or not. But the earlier we admit it, the better for every one of us.